Dave, I've been here 3 months now, and one of the terms that we throw around a lot is DMaaS, right?
Right.
And that's a term that was new to me when I came to the company. So
Sure.
I think it's new to a lot of people. So what do we mean when we talk about DMaaS?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, I think a lot of people are familiar with the concepts around data management, right? It's like I've got to be able to see my data, work with my data, move it to different places. I can need to protect it, right? And DMaaS is really the incantation of data management, but as a service, right? Okay. And, to kind of explain that, when we think about in general, your traditional enterprise, right? You've got a lot of on-site, on-premises systems, right? And those can be, server workloads. Those can be laptops, right? Those can be mobile devices. You might have, multiple remote sites, right, around your organization. And the challenge is that as the world of data has changed, right? The data center is really no longer kind of the center of data business, right? And, when you start really thinking about where stuff is going, you have SaaS services, right? So you can think of like Office 365, Google, Box, Salesforce, right? You've got now companies who really want to start embracing things like IaaS and PaaS, right, for native workloads, right? I'm a business, I want to stay agile. I've got workloads, maybe I've built them myself, but I want to glue them together in the cloud now because I want to take advantage of the performance, capacity, elasticity of services.
And I do think that a lot of, I don't know if it hasn't moved in mass here, but definitely there's a lot of stuff moving from the data center out to the cloud and back and forth, right?
Right. Yeah. And so, when you close this off and you say, hey, there's this new world now of, VMC, for example, VMware on cloud. Now I've got multiple locations of my data, right? But my responsibilities as a IT organization to SLAs, right, and responsibility of just oversight of data hasn't gone away, right? None of this means that that's gone away. It means now I've got to really figure out how do I maintain control and maintain this kind of resiliency when things have spread across everywhere, right?
Yeah, and as a person who spent my life on data protection, right, this is where I started, right? And it's done nothing but get more complicated. And while I'm excited, right, VMC, I'm excited for that and the possibilities that adds for the VMware-centric houses. All it did was add another place where we can put our data.
Another place, right?
Yeah.
Well, and what's worse is that you also if you know out of here, you got your tapes, right? So you're going to do your archiving, you're going to do your truck courier service, right? And now you've got cloud. Right. So there are no tape backups in the cloud. So now you've got to figure out, well, if I've got to keep data for a period of time, how do I do that? Right. If now, let's say I have retention policies that are 5, 7, 10 plus years, do I move that back on premises? It's kind of hard to back your cloud up to your on-site systems. So, you start getting into this fairly complex environment that I think organizations are moving this way, but they haven't quite figured out how to solve the data protection management abilities of their organization. And so to your original question, what is DMaaS? It's basically solving this challenge, but ensuring that it goes beyond just data protection, right? Because data protection is obviously foundational to your business, resiliency, ensuring you can recover. But there's other elements like data governance, right? Which means, how do I ensure that the proper compliance regulations are applied to my data, right? Whether that's HIPAA or GDPR or some of the emerging ones, right?
Because, whether my data's here, there, all of the regulations that apply to you, doesn't matter where it is, it still applies,
The cloud can make it a little bit more complicated because now you're talking about storage regions, right? And, am I storing it in the right region? Am I backing up? Am I compliant with the various policies and privacy requirements of that region I'm storing data in? And so it kind of leaves people kind of scratching their heads, right?
Thanks, Dave.
Sure.